Hello, everyone. I'm excited to share a little bit more today about streamlining building materials purchasing and smart group buying. My name is Janna Colucci. I'm our CEO and co-founder. And Bundle is a digital procurement platform that makes this entire procurement process easier. But before Bundle, important and relevant to this conversation, I was often the one on job sites calling tens to hundreds of vendors, trying to get pricing, lead times, availability information, figure out payments, and also figure out tracking information. Because that's really what we think about. So before I get too deep into the problem, how many in the audience have had firsthand experience with purchasing building materials, procurement? All right. Couple of you guys, awesome. You may relate to what I'm about to go through, and for those of you who don't have that experience, I think it may open your eyes what this process currently looks like. So in any projects, we're starting with design. We very quickly find a bill of materials, which can be hundreds of items long. We move through the project, reaching out to suppliers, some of which we have, some of which we need to source, figure out who those are. Are they good? Are they not? We continue through this process, run an RFQ process. This is where we start to potentially run into issues. We're issuing purchase orders. Maybe items are not available. We have to go back through this process. Then we get to tracking and delivery. Often this is when you first hear about back orders. We have to go back through that process. Then we get to this step where we're finally, trying to get some of these orders. We're having order issues. Wasn't transparency in the process. We continue. Payment, my favorite. Every vendor has a different payment system, a different payment methodology, different credit terms. Then we get to construction. That brings its own challenges. Maybe we don't actually have some of the materials we ordered. Go back through this process. And finally, we get to project completion. And this is what our typical builders, we're focused on the residential space, are seeing on this process. And our suppliers are trying to manage all of this. They want to sell more product, but they have to deal with the paperwork on the back end. I'm hoping what you're seeing here is that this process is complicated, it's opaque, and what really surprises me is every new project is almost a net new experience. We hardly transfer any of this data from project to project. And this is what we hear from our customers. We hear procurement was taking 80% of my time. It took 2 to 4 weeks to get quotes. Headaches, delays, more and more problems, all coming from procurement. And what does this mean? This means a lot of our projects are finishing over time, over budget, and this is costing everyone on the project a lot of money. So this is really where Bundle comes in. We think of ourselves as your outsourced purchasing team. You send things to us, we make it happen through both our digital tools and also our project management support on our back end. We do this in 2 different ways. The first thing is we find 10 to 20% cost savings on projects. Again, we're mostly working with smaller builders. We basically aggregate them together or bundle them together and get them access further up the supply chain. The second part is that our customers are able to run their purchasing process at 10x speed using our workflow tool. How we do this is we essentially turn that bidding process on its head. Instead of starting with the builders going out to bid, we start with the suppliers. We bring on pricing sheets, we bring on manufacturers, we bring in all this data ingesting into our system so that when we engage the builder and they bring on their material list, all of that pricing information is already there for them. They can then order through the platform and track everything all in one place. And then our suppliers get that data. They're able to forecast better, and in a lot of ways, they're automating a lot of their sales process. What I'm hoping you see is this is simpler, much more transparent, and there's an unbelievable amount of data that's moving from project to project. Even better than me telling you about this, let's see briefly how our product works. So we are a project-based solution. You start here entering some high-level data about the project itself. From here, you upload your bill of materials. Most of the customers we work with know what they want. They upload that into our system and it scrapes right in. You can also leverage our in-platform discovery feature. We have a catalog of almost 100,000 products. You can add that right into your project. And what you're seeing here is that you're going to get real-time quotes, anywhere from 3 to 5, on every product that you're adding in here. The exception would be when things are direct to manufacturer, you're getting direct manufacturer pricing right in the system. You can also step upstream, manage a materials library. You can package together products that you can more easily dump into different projects as you're working on them. And you can even send out selections to your homeowners or final end customer. Their information that they're giving you is actually coming right back into this bill of materials, immediately into your RFQ or bid process. What you'll see here is all of that data, again, populate in this engine, the bill of materials. And next what you'll see is being able to share this with your customer. We're working more and more with the homeowners themselves. You can customize this page, you can brand it, you can white label it, bringing this really important key customer, your customer, into the entire process. It's a very simple e-com checkout flow, made better with terms and all the great things that come with more commercial buying. You can track those orders, and then you even have a delivery dashboard to provide to your field team so they know exactly what is showing up today, tomorrow, this week. The best part is from that view, they can get responses in Spanish if they need to, a huge unlock on a job site, but they can also submit issues that they're having. They can process returns and communicate directly with any of their vendors from right there. Of course, like everyone else, we've leaned into the AI revolution. My thesis here is that workflow tooling is amazing. It's very hard to get people on a job site using it. And so AI is this unlock to really make it that much easier and faster to use any of the tools like Bundle. This is anything from, what's going on, when is this delivery coming, to can you actually change the quantity on this? We realized our takeoff is wrong. We work with customers across the spectrum on the residential side. We do a ton of work with ADU builders, which is taking off in California where we're based, up to more multifamily, larger scale builders. And what I think is even better here is to see what this actually looks like. I'd like to feature Blue Sky Homes, which is one of our earliest customers. They've been with us for 2.5 years. This is one project we worked on with them and saved them 13% on materials costs and 350 labor hours on a single project. But the most exciting part about Blue Sky is that when they were piloting with us, they actually lost their purchasing person, not because of us, and they've never hired anyone since. 2.5 years of going directly into Bundle, their designers, construction team, etc. But instead of me telling you about that, let me turn it over to Omar, their head of construction.
For me, I would say Bundle has been a breath of fresh air in sense, because it took our procurement process to the next level and just made construction a lot easier. So before Bundle, our design team, ranging from 4 to 5 to 6 designers, would have to literally create a spreadsheet of each particular material. So given a team of 6, that's a lot of overhead. That's a lot of money that is not necessarily down the drain, but hard to recoup. And before Bundle, that was a headache because our designers, they're not procurement specialists. Now, with Bundle, it's been a lifesaver.
And with that, thank you so much. Would love to connect after.